Welcome to the Pearl Branch, a swan perch audio experience. This is a pearl. Take a breath. Let's begin. A pearl on longevity. Longevity isn't about surviving longer. It's about living longer inside your life. There's a quiet difference between something that lasts and something that simply exists for a moment. You can feel it when you walk into an old building that has been cared for. You can feel it when you hold an object that has been repaired instead of replaced. You can feel it when you meet a person who has chosen consistency over chaos. Not because it was easy, but because it mattered. Longevity carries weight, and weight comes from care. You've been taught to chase intensity, to maximize reach, to go viral, to move fast and discard what doesn't immediately return attention. But longevity doesn't move quickly. It moves deliberately. It grows through repetition, responsibility, and restraint. It asks for patience in a culture that rewards impulse. That's why longevity feels rare now. And that's why it matters more than ever. When you look at brands that have lasted, brands that have become woven into the fabric of everyday life, you'll notice something subtle but consistent. They didn't build themselves on novelty. They built themselves on reliability. Ford didn't become enduring because it was trendy. It became enduring because it solved a real problem repeatedly over time. It respected systems. It honored process. It understood that scale without structure collapses. Coca-Cola didn't last because it constantly reinvented itself to chase relevance. It lasted because it anchored itself in familiarity. The bottle changed, the message evolved, but the core remained steady. Trust is built when people know what they're coming back to. Even the Christian church, regardless of one's personal belief, offers a profound lesson in longevity. It didn't survive centuries because it followed cultural trends. It survived because it preserved rituals, stories, symbols, and structure. It understood something modern systems often forget. People don't just need stimulation. They need continuity. Longevity requires memory, and memory requires intention. Contrast this with the influencer economy and fast fashion culture. These systems are built on rapid dopamine hits. New drops, new faces, new trends, new outrage, new desire. The goal isn't depth, it's velocity. And velocity feels exciting until it erodes the very ground you're standing on. Fast fashion didn't just ask you to care for your clothes. Influencer culture didn't ask you to care for your identity. Both ask you to consume, discard, and move on. And over time, that pattern damages more than the environment or the economy. It damages the nervous system. It trains people to abandon things and themselves at the first sign of boredom or discomfort. Longevity, on the other hand, is a relationship with your work, with your values, with your body, with your word. To live a long, full life isn't about doing more. It's about doing fewer things with greater devotion. It's about choosing systems that can hold you when motivation fades. It's about building something you're willing to maintain, not just something you're excited to announce. Heritage is born from this mindset. Heritage doesn't mean old, it means kept. A family recipe becomes heritage because someone decided it was worth repeating. A tradition becomes sacred because someone chose to protect it. A business becomes enduring because someone resisted the temptation to cut corners for short-term gain. Legacy is simple. What remains when the noise dies down? And here's the part that often gets missed. Longevity isn't passive. It's active care, applied daily. It's maintenance. It's repair. It's humility. The willingness to tend instead of abandon. There's a reason old homes require stewardship. There's a reason classic cars need tuning. There's a reason deep relationships need attention. Nothing meaningful sustains itself. Modern culture has confused ease with freedom, but ease often leads to fragility. Systems that are never stressed never strengthen. Lives that are never committed never deepen. Longevity asks a different question than success. Success asks, how fast can this grow? Longevity asks, how long can this remain true? That question changes everything. It changes how you build a brand. It changes how you choose your work. It changes how you pace your life. When you value longevity, you stop burning yourself out of visibility. You stop chasing validation from people who won't be present long enough to matter. You stop designing your life around algorithms and start designing it around rhythms. Rhythms last, algorithms don't. There's a calm confidence in people who build for the long. They don't rush to be seen. They don't panic when attention dips. They trust the compounding effect of showing up with integrity. Longevity creates a different kind of wealth. Not just financial wealth, but emotional stability, reputation, inner quiet, the ability to rest without guilt, the ability to walk away from opportunities that don't align. And perhaps more importantly, longevity allows you to live inside your values instead of constantly negotiating them. The tragedy of dopamine-driven living isn't pleasure, it's disconnection. When everything is optimized for immediacy, nothing is allowed to mature. Relationships stay shallow, work feels hollow, identity becomes performative. Longevity restores depth. It reminds you that the most meaningful things are built slowly and protected fiercely. That care is not a weakness. It's the mechanism of endurance. That restraint is not limitation, it's preservation. Living fully doesn't mean living loudly. It means living deliberately. It means choosing quality over quantity, meaning over momentum, roots over reach. It means understanding that what lasts isn't what shouts the loudest, but what continues quietly long after trends move on. A long life isn't measured in milestones alone. It's measured in what you keep alive. The relationship you didn't abandon, the work you refined instead of replaced, the values you lived, not just spoke. Longevity is a way of being. And when you choose it, you build for it. You don't just extend your life, you deepen it. That is the pearl. Thank you for listening to this pearl. Carry it with you today. Keep searching.